Hey guys, in this video I'm going over 3 tips when setting up Amazon direct fulfillment in your vendor account. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Benjamin. I used to work at Amazon in the vendor management team, and now I coach Amazon vendors in growing their business. So without further ado, what is direct fulfillment? It's an alternative to the standard retail shipping model specifically for Amazon vendors. It is also commonly called drop shipping. So instead of shipping your products to Amazon's DC and then having them shipped to the customer, you take a customer order and you directly ship it to the end customer, bypassing Amazon's fulfillment center. How does it work? We've got a customer, they place an order on Amazon. Then you, the vendor, you receive the order in your warehouse, you pick the order, pack it, and then you ship it. A carrier that typically Amazon provides will ship the package directly from your DC to the customer, and so it does not go through Amazon's distribution center, their fulfillment center. In terms of key kind of differences, look, there's no changes to the product page, whether you're doing direct fulfillment or the standard retail model. Both of them look exactly the same. They say ships and sold by Amazon.com because Amazon is owning the stock. They're buying the stock from you. They're still buying it from you, even though you're shipping it directly to the customer. So there's no changes as far as the detailed page is concerned. No changes to the buy-sell relationship that you currently have with Amazon in terms of the trading terms. And Amazon will continue handling customer returns should they arise. So again, the key difference is when it comes to fulfillment, you ship it directly to the customer instead of it going through Amazon's fulfillment center and them shipping it to the customer. And I'll go through the key benefits. There's around 5 major benefits of this model towards the end of the video. But when it comes to setting up direct fulfillment in your vendor account, it's pretty straightforward. You firstly need to reach out to the Amazon direct fulfillment team. They will send you an invite to the program. It's pretty, it takes maybe a couple weeks, a week or two to get the whole process up and running. Once you've got the invite, you'll have to set up your warehouse in Vendor Central. You can do that by going to settings and warehouse settings and adding your warehouse address details and hours of operation and all that. Again, pretty straightforward. The direct fulfillment team will then activate your DF account. And so at the end of this process, you'll be left with 2 vendor codes. You'll have your standard retail vendor code that you've had previously, and you'll have a new direct fulfillment vendor code. The next step is adding the products to the direct fulfillment vendor code. So you'll go to the direct fulfillment inventory menu. This will appear once the program has been enabled. You click on items and then go to direct fulfillment inventory, and then you have to copy across the products that you want to add to your direct fulfillment vendor code. You can add as many products as you wish. You can start with one and then continue adding more. And I'll go through the best kind of way to approach it in a second in terms of which products to add. But once you've clicked on the inventory, the direct fulfillment inventory button, you'll see this page on the right. You'll then click on clone file template and then select your PO vendor code. So that's your standard retail vendor code. Click on clone file template and then it will download an Excel. The Excel will have one column with ASIN, and so you just want to paste as many ASINs that you want to add to your direct fulfillment vendor code. It will clone the ASINs from your standard retail code. So you don't have to set everything up again. You don't have to add images or anything like that. It will just clone the ASINs that you input into that Excel file from your standard vendor code to the direct fulfillment vendor code. Once you've filled out the Excel, you can upload the coding file where it says step 3, upload file. Once you've done that, it will take a couple hours, maybe give it half a day or so, and you'll begin to see the products in the inventory section. So again, click on items on the top left, then go to direct fulfillment inventory. This menu will appear once the program has been enabled, and you'll see each of the products that you've activated in the previous step. So what you'll see is there's a cost for each product, which if you've cloned it from your retail vendor code, it should be the same. And then at the right of the screen, besides each product, you have a quantity column. So this is where you tell Amazon system what quantity do you have in your warehouse of each product. If you enter a value of 0, that will tell Amazon system that that product is not to be sold via direct fulfillment. If you enter a quantity greater than 0, then that direct fulfillment offer will be live for the customer. So this is where you kind of manage those quantities. When you don't want to have a product available for direct fulfillment, you put the quantity as 0. Otherwise, you can just put the quantity that you have available. Again, you'll then add the direct fulfillment inventory quantity for each product that you want to launch. And then after that, your product should be live on Amazon's website. Congratulations. The next step is how do you check your direct fulfillment orders? It's fairly straightforward. When a customer buys a product, you can see the orders in the direct fulfillment orders page, which you can see on the screen there. Click on orders and then go to direct fulfillment orders, and then it will show you with this screen. And so here you'll see all of your orders that come to the direct fulfillment vendor code. You can filter it by order ID, by shipped, unshipped, paid, collected, and then the relevant dates. So it's always a good idea to see the unshipped orders, and this is where you would fulfill the orders from your warehouse. Cool. And then the key suggestions that I have is you have to ship your direct fulfillment orders promptly. If you miss a direct fulfillment order, Amazon will not like it, and if it happens too often, they may suspend you from the program. The thing is, if you miss a purchase order in the standard retail model, it's not the end of the world. The consequences are less severe, but because Amazon views the customer as most important, and the customer is most important, if you miss a direct fulfillment order, the consequences are a bit more severe. So make sure you're checking this regularly, you're actioning it regularly as well. You can set up notifications so that whenever there's a new order, a direct fulfillment order, you'll get an email notification. That's a good idea to do, and that way it's less likely that you'll miss any. Cool. So that brings me to kind of the third stage, and that is, when do you actually use direct fulfillment? When does this program work best? And so there's a couple of very exact scenarios where it makes sense to use direct fulfillment. The most important, arguably, is tail end products. So these are products that you have not sold often on Amazon. Maybe they're new products, maybe they're like variants that you just don't sell much. Maybe Amazons have never ordered these products. Maybe those last couple hundred of your big catalog that are just sitting there, they've never ordered. This is a great candidate for direct fulfillment because you don't have to ship a case to Amazon, right? You can just put them as available, and then customers can buy it if once they start selling. If the product you discover a bestseller, then you can turn it off, and then Amazon's automatic retail ordering system will start ordering it. So it's a good way to kind of test demand without having to ship products to Amazon's distribution center and then risk, returns and all that. Again, new products, you can instantly, once it's in your DC, set it as available in your fulfillment, and then customers can buy it, and then so you don't have to wait until it gets shipped to Amazon's fulfillment center. And all that, which takes me to out of stocks. So it's a great alternative to out of stock scenarios. When you're running a promotion during Prime Day or Black Friday, you don't want to risk going out of stock, and so direct fulfillment is a great option to have as a backup should Amazon's fulfillment center run out of inventory. The other minor benefit is under this model, as you are shipping the product directly to the customer, you get to pick packet, so you can ship it in your own boxes and add brand awareness and kind of have more control over that process. And then lastly, avoiding excess inventory in Amazon's distribution center. Again, you don't have to ship a minimum order quantity to Amazon's distribution center. You can just set it as available in your direct fulfillment inventory and then ship one SKU at a time to the customer. So you don't have to risk that, excess inventory and then potential markdowns or returns or that nightmare that is dealing with Amazon. So yeah, it's great. Again, new products that haven't sold much, so things like that. And then lastly, a very niche benefit: if a product is too heavy to ship to Amazon's fulfillment center, then this is an option where you can ship directly to the customer. Cool. So that covers it. Let me know if you have any questions, and yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and let me know of any feedback. Thank you. Bye.